Hey everybody, it's Comic Crack, and first video with the brand spanking new phone. Um, as you can see, ooh mama, this one just got wrecked. Dropped this phone many times. This other night I dropped it face down on the concrete, and that was it, the last straw. So I've now got myself a new phone and a new case and everything. So anyway, who cares? Phones. New comic book day. That's the more important thing here. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's see. So we start with, I'll start Batman number 3. Yeah, I mean, what can I say about it? I enjoyed the first one quite a bit. The second one, a little less. We'll see how this one goes. It is a $4.99 book, so that's what, $27 here in Canada. Yeah, I mean, I have a feeling if this one doesn't do much for me, I don't know, I might end up passing on this. It's not on my pull list or anything. It's just one of those books that if I remember and I go into my shop and I see it, I pick it up. I don't feel the need to pull it. So we'll see what that issue's like. And believe it or not, another DC book. Holy smokes. This one is really exciting. I'm a sucker, so I bought both covers, and it is He-Man Thundercats. Sorry if you can't really see that. Let's hold it up here a little. Maybe that'll help. Trying to focus here. Check out that art. It's unbelievable. Freddie Williams III, is that what the name is? I looked at this cover and this cover just blew me away. I was never a huge He-Man or Thundercats fan. Obviously, I watched the cartoons and everything. I was maybe more so a Thundercats fan than He-Man. But when I flipped through this book and saw that the art was like it is on the front and the coloring is like it is on the front, I was totally sold. And then I saw they had the other cover, which is the other half of, you know, the picture. I figured, screw it. $3.99 a piece. How can you tell when T. Fuller is working? He buys multiple copies of the same book. It just looked super cool. It kind of reminded me of the first time I saw Transformers versus G.I. Joe, and how amazing that art was, and how it really felt like it was some teenager in high school drawing his own comic. This sort of has that same feel to me as far as just that style of art. Really cool. I'm very excited about that, actually, surprisingly enough. So super cool. Great looking book. Let's put these over here. On the multiple covers tip, pulling a little bit of Oddfellows thoughts he did for Doom Patrol. As I've said before, Shade the Changing Man was my book. I loved that book, and I really loved this first issue, so I decided to buy a couple of the other covers. Again, how can you tell that T. Fuller is working right now? So that's a pretty great cover, and the one that came out today, which is the one I wanted all along, this particular one, and the artist's name is escaping me. I wish I should have pulled Shade the Changing Man #1, because it's kind of the mirror image of the Shade the Changing Man Milligan run. I think it's the first cover. So they kind of, if you put them side by side, they kind of sit back to back. So super cool. 2 more covers for that one. I don't know how I missed this, but Vision #11. I guess it was out last week or maybe even the week before. I don't know how the hell I missed this. 1 more issue to go. This is one of those books that a lot of people talked highly about, and I jumped on with zero regret because it's fucking amazing. So yeah, if you're not reading that, you should catch up on that sucker. Speaking of Doom Patrol, issue #2, there was an all red cover. I like this one a lot more. I'm pretty excited to read this. I flipped through it, and the art seems to be even better than I remember from the first issue. So I'm pretty excited about this. Again, Young Animal. There's another title coming out this month, and then their final one comes out next month of the 4. Britannia #2. Speaking of Peter Milligan, they had both covers. This is one that I just preferred. The first issue, I really enjoyed it quite a bit. His art style is unreal. The guy who did Clone as well, Juan Jose Rip. So that's going to be exciting. Book number 3 for the Black Monday Murders. Again, a super thick volume with a lot of text halfway through. It looks like some files that have been uncovered. A $4.99 book, but worth every single penny. The first 2 issues have been really great. I'm sure that one will be just as great. A new number 1, The Electric Sublime from IDW. Creators that their names don't ring a bell. I haven't looked into them yet, but the art style is right in my wheelhouse of like the Burnhams and Ian Bertram kind of world. It looks pretty cool. It was a very striking cover, and when I flipped through, I just liked the art style, so I figured it's a number 1. Let's give it a shot. And finally, for the new number 1s, Peepland. They had a couple of the covers. This is the one that I liked the most. Had a flip through it in the shop, and boy, am I not impressed with the interior art very much. It kind of, yeah, I kind of don't like it. I'm going to read the book, obviously, anyway. I haven't read it yet. So I'm hoping that the story catches me. I love, love, love this cover, but the interior art is just not anything that does it for me. But Hard Case Crime, so there we go. And then finally, I picked up a couple of back issues just because. And getting close now, I should have my top 10 of 2016. This is one of them, issue number 175 from volume 1 of Doctor Strange. These 2 books are in beautiful shape. I love that cover. I love the yellows and the blues and the reds in there. I love it a lot. It's fantastic. And then finally, Doctor Strange number 179 with Spider-Man. Not only is it Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, but the whole issue is Ditko as well, which is an added bonus. So I think now from volume 1, I'm only 4 books shy of having the whole 15 of them, which is fantastic. They had 2 of the other ones at the shop as well, but they were in really rough condition. So I didn't grab any more, just sprung for these 2. We do have our comic convention coming up here, October 28th to 30th, and my comic shop was kind enough to give me, I think, 4 passes for a free child admission. So we're going to give them out to some of Mr. Tom's friends, and maybe, because there's a couple of his buddies who are into comics, one specifically who's a big Marvel nerd. So yeah, we're going to try to all meet up on the Sunday and hang around the comic convention together. It'll be interesting because it'll be other parents there, and I don't know how comic nerd oriented the parents are, but I'm going to be digging in the bins while the kids run around the place. Yeah, my comic convention bank account is sitting pretty flush, so I'm ready to buy some books. Yeah, so look for that. Anyway, that's it. Very, very excited to be this close to completing more Doctor Strange. It's probably going to be one of those books that I don't look for at the convention, with the movie just around the corner, I think November 4th. I'm sure these books are going to be pricey. Strange Tales books and Doctor Strange books in general. I'll keep an eye out and see what they're like, but yeah. I'd love to finish this run by the end of the year for sure. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and we'll talk to you.